Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to explain the chapter Lost Child from the book Moments. I have already explained the introduction, the brief explanation of the chapter, and at the same time I have briefly or in detail I have explained some of the paragraphs. So after that I am going to explain the next paragraphs of the story The Lost Child. As they neared, here they refers to what happens now in the story, that actually a parent, a couple or um, is moving in a village fair or in a city fair with their only child. The name of the child is not given here, so they are just neared. See how I have written, neared is a word that is verb, v for verb, and meaning is approach. I have written sino. I have not given the detailed explanation. What is neared means they are about to reach actually. The meaning of the neared means they are about to reach at the place where the fair was there. So in this way you will have to write that neared is a verb and its meaning is approach. The child could see many other footpaths, means footpath refers to the walking paths full of throngs. Here throngs is actually a noun, n for noun, and here throngs refers to crowd. But the explanation of throngs is the very thick, crowd, very many people were there, okay, converging to the wild pool of the fair, means they were just moving here and there. The direction was not fixed, that was the converging, okay, to the wild pool of the fair, and felt at once repelled. Repelled here refers to, repelled is a verb and the meaning is push back, means it was very crowded. It was the place was a very good number of people, and because of that uh, the path was totally crowded and nobody can walk smoothly. So it is, repelled means push back, means actually here the narrator wanted to reach in the fair as soon as possible. And fascinated here, the word fascinated is ad means here adjective is this word, okay, and the meaning is attracted, means the narrator was attracted towards the crowd, towards the fair, by the confusion of the world he was entering, means he was also confused. In the world here refers to the place, it was the very new place, and it seems that the narrator was first time visited in a fair. That's why it was a new world for him. A sweet meat seller, these are the people hawked, means they are selling their things, okay. You can also just see in your colony or by the side of your apartment that those who are the hawkers. Hawkers means one person who just move here and there and just chant something or just name the things that he is selling, like ice cream. Just they ring the bell. Just watermelon. They will just call it. So this kind of things is going on in the fair. A sweet maker, Selera, hawked. Hawked here is actually a verb, and the meaning of hawked means chanted, means repeated the name. What is the name he is repeating? Gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi. Means this is the sweet maker seller, okay, who is hawked, means chatting and repeating, so that the children could hear his sound, okay, of gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi, and then they could ask to their parents that mummy, I want this gulab jamun, please purchase the gulab jamun, or what is rasgulla or barfi or jalebi. At the corner of the entrance is actually noun, and the meaning is entry gate. Like this I told you to prepare, okay, but very few are doing, not all, but some are doing. I'm happy, but you all do like this, okay. Entrance and entry gate. A crowd pressed round his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets. He is now giving the explanation of, the whole fair, that it was decorated with different colors. It was having a big gate, and the gate was crowded, thronged with maximum people, thick crowd. Like this is giving explanation. Those who have visited um, Gandhi Maidan, sometimes is excessively crowded when it is a book fair or any children fair. Okay, so there you can see and experience what kind of crowd is there, what kind of thick crowd is there, and how the whole area is totally crowded. A crowd pressed round his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets decorated with leaves of silver and gold. In sweet corner you can see this kind of things, that laddu and barfi and gulab jamun and rasgulla and a sponge are just kept with some leaves, we can say, or just paper, we can say, the silver paper or the golden paper. The child stared open eyed and his mouth watered for the barfi, and he could not just resist the intense desire of his love. Okay, or his mouth was watered. This refers to he was tempted, he was attracted, okay, to have the gulab jamun, to have the barfi, and barfi was his favorite one. uh, Barfi, that was his favorite sweets. I want the barfi, he slowly murmured. Very silently he said, from his mother or from his father, I want that barfi. Barfi is a kind of sweet. He slowly murmured, means he said, but he half knew as he begged that his plea would not be heeded because his parents would say he was greedy. But this was the thought of the child, that if he will ask here refers to begging, is a kind of request, a kind of, mommy, I want this, I want this, I want like this. Begging. That is plea, means request, would not be heeded, means not be heard, not be entertained, not be liked. They may say that my child is greedy. So because of this thought, he dropped the idea, okay, and very slowly said, so without waiting for an answer, he moved on. So didn't say anything and just moved with his parent. A flower seller howled. A flower seller was there. A garland of gulmoha, a garland of gulmoha. This was he was hawking, okay, and chanting and repeating. The child, the child seemed irresistibly drawn, and he was attracted, okay, towards all these things. He went towards the basket where the flowers lay heaped and half murmured, I want that garland. This may be one question. What happens, okay, with the child when he entered in the fair? So he was easily attracted towards the sweets of gulab jamun, rasgulla, jalebi, and barfi. At the same time, he murmured, okay, requested and pleaded, okay, silently from his parents. But he thought that they will think that I am greedy, means the child is greedy. So, so he thought that I should leave this. And then he walked with his parents. And finally, when he moved ahead, he could see that flower maker, okay. He was just calling for flower seller, gulmohar, garland, these all things are there. The child seemed irresistibly drawn. He means he was easily attracted. He went towards the basket where the flowers lay heaped and half murmured. Heaped means in a very good amount, okay, in a very large amount. Heaped means bundles of flowers, very large amount of flowers were heaped there. I want that garland, but he well knew his parents would refuse to buy him those flowers because they would say that they were cheap. Cheap means here not costly, not nice. In this case, we'll say that that is not nice. But the child was also thinking, the narrator is telling that the child was also thinking that I should ask my parents that I want this, okay. But at the same time, the child is was deciding that no, I will not say this, otherwise my child will say like that my child is greedy and this that. Like this he was thinking. I want that garland, but he well knew his parents would refuse. Refuse means deny to buy him those flowers because they would say that they were cheap. So without waiting for an answer, uh, he moved on. So he moved with his parents. A man stood holding a pole with yellow, red, green, and pop-up balloons flying from it. These all things you can experience, okay, in Gandhi Maidan, okay, fair. One name of the Disneyland. One children fair is also here, like Disneyland fair. So many jhulas and many kind of sports games are there, and the children go there and they enjoy there. The balloons is the very attractive one. Even I used to love to have balloons. Okay, small balls and tennis balls, jalebi and everything. Everyone as a child like these all. So a man was there. He was holding a big yellow. I mean, he was carrying uh, different kinds of balloons. The child was simply carried away. This is the phrase. You'll also take care of the phrases. Carried away means it is a kind of sorry. It is an idiom. Here, idiom refers to mm, means a group of words that give some different meanings. Okay, other than the actual meaning. Just carry it means to take, carry up. Away means just removing here or just moving here. But here carried away means actually overexcited. Okay, he was carried away means very much excited. This is the idiom. By the rainbow of their silken colors, and he was filled with an overwhelming desire to possess them all. And because of the color of the balloon or because of the big size of the balloons, the child was very much excited, okay, very much attracted to have them all. Possesses means to have, okay, to purchase. But he well knew his parents would never buy him the balloons, okay, because they would say he was too old to play with such toys. But this was the decision of the child, that he was thinking that when I will ask my parents for to purchase, they will tell me that you are grown up child and you will play with balloons. Okay, it is not good for you. Like this, he was thinking. So see how childish he is there. Mm. So he walked on farther. Farther means ahead with his parents. A snake charmer. Snake charmer means a kind of magician. Stood playing a flute, a kind of, the flute is the musical instrument of Lord Krishna. Flute to a snake which coiled itself in a basket. This is the sitting position of the snake. Okay, his head was up just like a swan, its head raised in a graceful bend like the neck of a swan. This was the appearance of the snake. While the music, swan is a kind of aquatic bird or amphibian birds. I think it was amphibian, sometimes in water, sometimes on land. Amphibian swan. While the music stole into its invisible ears like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. The narrator is telling about the music of the flute. We have read the music of in previous chapter of the book Beehive, I think, and the Sahnai of Bismillah Khan. So it was a little bit thick flute. Okay, it was giving different kind of sound, attractive sound. Okay, but here flute is the musical instrument generally played by Lord Krishna. You are watching Ramayana or Mahabharata. So in Mahabharata, you can see that Lord Krishna used to just play the musical instrument, that is flute. Flute. And lute, L-U-T-E, lute is a musical instrument that is being played by goddesses Saraswati, the head of knowledge, Vidya Dadati Binayam. But knowing his parents had forbidden him, the child actually is talking about the sound of the flute. He is comparing that just as the waterfall is coming from up to down, okay, or just falling somewhere, it is giving a very nice sound, okay, rippling of the water. The child went towards, okay, the snack charmer, but knowing his parents had forbidden him to hear such coarse. Coarse here refers to, here coarse is an adjective, and its meaning is rough and harsh. The parents don't want the child to hear such a coarse, sound. Coarse music means unpleasant music here. As the snake charmer played, he proceeded farther, means he just moving ahead. There was a roundabout in full swing. Roundabout refers to, in fair there is no proper path, there is no proper transportation of means of transportation. So it was totally or heavily crowded. So those who wanted to move from this side, they are moving from left. Those who are moving from right, it was not the rules of transportation that they are coming from left, they moving from right, taking side from left and taking side from right. No, the way they want, just they are moving. That's why he is telling that there was a roundabout, okay, in full swing. It's completely crowded. No rules for transportation, no rules for walking or just moving anywhere. Men, women, and children carried away in a whirling motion, shrieked and cried with dizzy laughter. Their shouting, shrieking, crying means different kinds of sound were coming, and everybody is speaking, as asking, informing, and giving and taking. This kind of thing was there. Completely chaotic, completely disturbed sound was there. The child watched them intently and then he made a bold request. The child, looked at them intentionally, means with good intention. Um, I want to go on the roundabout. Please, father, mother. There was no reply. So he stopped there and he wanted to. Roundabout is also a kind of game, okay? The children sit and the whole round just move here and there. So they are just a kind of jula is there, okay? Uh, But when he asked to his father and mother, no reply was there. He turned to look at his parents. They were not there. Ahead of him, he turned to look on either side, and now he was lost here. He stopped and stared on the roundabout, okay, a play game. So he wanted to be there in the game, in the play. But when he requested his parents, the parents had moved ahead, and now the child was lost in the crowd, in the fair. He looked behind. There was no sign of them. A full deep cry rose within his dry throat, and with a sudden jerk of his body, he ran from where he stood, crying in real fear. And now he was totally terrorized. He was totally frightened that, oh my God, I have lost my parents. Now all his demand will be choked. All the demand will be, subdued. All the demands will be just removed. And now he wants the company of his parents only. Initially, in the presence of his parents, he was just asking, demanding for the sweets. But now he was looking for his parents only. This shows that in presence of parents, he loved or enjoyed everything. But in absence of his parents, nothing was there. Okay, nothing was just enjoyable for him. So a child should understand whatever parents is doing, that is good for them. So don't disobey your parents. From where he was crying in real fear. Mother, father, tears rolled down from his eyes. Now he was crying. Hot and fierce. His flushed face was convulsed with fear, means he was totally frightened and completely shaking. Panic stricken means dara hua, okay. Panic stricken means frightened and tensed, irritated, annoyed, unhappy. He ran to one side first, then to others, hither and thither in all direction, knowing not where to go. Means he was lost there, so he was unable to find his parents, mother, father. He wailed. Wailed means shouting, okay, calling, crying and calling. That is wailing. His yellow turban. Turban is a kind of, just like a Punjabi people, just they tie a kind of turban. His yellow turban came untied, okay, and his clothes became muddy. And he was standing there, so because of this, okay, the people were moving here and there, and the whole dress was muddy, means dirty, became dirty. Having run to and fro in a rage of running for a while, he stood defeated, and there he was there, and he was standing defeated, means he was lost. He was helpless. That is, stood defeated means he was lost and helpless. No one was there to help him. His cries suppressed into sobs, and now he was no longer able to cry, weep. He starts sobbing, a small cry, in lament, in regret. At little distance on the green grass, he could see through his filmy eyes men and women talking. He tried to look intently among the patches of bright yellow clothes. Means now some filmy means attractive people were there, okay, having good clothes they had put on. So he wanted to see them all, the patches of the uh, clothes or the color of the clothes, but there was no sign of his father and mother among these okay people who seemed to laugh and talk just for the sake of laughing and talking. They were just talking and laughing enough. He ran quickly again, this time to a shrine. Shrine is a holy place. See, I have written shrine. N means noun, a holy place. To which people actually shrine is a graveyard. Graveyard, where we have shrine in Patna, in Bihar Sharif, I think it is, or Fulwari Sharif shrine. Mazar, in Hindi it is Mazar, shrine, or simply you think this is a kind of holy place where the worshippers or devotee gather and just request to God or pray for something, to which people seems to be crowding. Okay, they were just gathering there. Every little inch of space here was congested. Congested here refers to adjective. Ad means adjective, crowded, heavily crowded, with men, but ran through people's legs. His little sob lingering. Lingering here refers to adjective, lasting for a long time. Means there was no end of, actually lingering here refers to there was no end of his cry. Mother, father, near the entrance to the temple. However, the crowd became very thick, and after that, what happened? The crowd became more thick. Means the more people came in the fair. Um, Thick here refers to large. Adjective is there, okay, thick. Ad means adjective, and large. Men jostle. Jostle is a verb, and jostling means pushing each other. Heavy men with flashing murderous okay eyes and hefty shoulders. Now the child was totally frightened, and he is even frightened with the appearance of the big men and their body, and he was thinking that they will lynch me, okay, they will hurt me. The poor child struggled to thrust away. Thrust away means he wanted to come out from the crowd, thrust away between their feet, but knocked to and fro by their brutal movements. He wanted to come out from the crowd, but when he tried to come out, he was just, you know, knocked. Means he was pushed, or the way they were moving, because of their rough movement, he was pushed, okay, in the crowd. He might have been trampled. Trampled refers to verb is there, crush. Now see the condition of the child. So don't leave your parents, okay, when you are moving somewhere in mall or cinema or theater or in fair. Don't leave their hands. Just be with them, okay, and whatever they are purchasing, you just have it, okay, purchase it and enjoy it. Don't be disobeyed, and don't be just rude. Underfoot had he not shrieked at the highest pitch of his voice, father, mother, and there he was trying to just call his parents, okay, with a high pitch. A man in the surging. Surging here refers to uh, verb is there, surging, and the meaning is rush. Crowd heard his cry and stooping. A man in the crowd, okay, one man was there. He just heard the cry of the child and stooping. Stooping means bending. झुक के किसी चीज को उठाना, that is stooping. Stooping with great difficulty lifted him in his arms. And what happens actually here? That one man from the crowd lifted the small boy into his arms. Okay. And now what happens there then? We'll come to know in the next paragraph and next class. So your homework assignment is explain the story The Lost Child in your own words. The word limit is 150. I think the story is now clear. So what will happen? You just read, okay? And what is the moral you learned from the story? That you will also have to just explain in the story. Thank you very much. All the best.